what is your day-to-day fitness routine look like? Even run us through a day in the life, work and everything.
Yeah, so I'm up at 4:15 in the morning. I mentioned I'm an early riser. I go to bed super early, so I'll get to that. But I'm up at 4:15. I get straight into my cold plunge. If any of these people that are listening follow me on Instagram, I post a video from my cold plunge every morning at about 4:30 in the morning. Uh, I'm in New York, so it's sitting outside on this like freezing cold deck. It sucks, man. Like people think it gets easier. It does not get easier. The going outside when it's freezing cold when you just got out of a warm bed. So I do that every morning. I have no idea if there's any physical benefit to a cold plunge, but it makes me feel like a badass to start the day, and that has a whole host of benefits.
There's actually not that much. That like I have a cold plunge as well, like a big setup. Shout out C11 Recovery, Irish company. Shipped it out here to Marbella. They're amazing, and like this is the proper one with an engine, like ice cold. And so there are people over like, for example, some people say there's fat loss benefits. Absolutely not. Like,
You're not in there long enough, man.
Yeah.
Like, what? It's like, come on.
Exactly. But the benefits, like you said, a lot of mental benefits. Releases adrenaline. Impossible to not feel awake. Impossible to not wake up. So there may not be like some direct, like so many physical benefits, but there are a lot of mental benefits, and it simply wakes you up, makes you feel like a badass.
Yeah.
So we got cold plunge.
Yeah, I mean, by the way, like, if there's anyone out there listening to this that feels like they want to level up their life, the one thing I always say is there's no such thing as a loser who wakes up at 5 a.m. and works out. Uh, and I say that over and over again, and it's a hill I will die on because it has nothing to do with waking up early and it has nothing to do with working out. It has a whole lot to do with convincing yourself that you can do hard things, that you are someone that is capable, that you are a winner. And when you wake up early and work out, you are rewiring your brain. You're recognizing that you are a savage and that you can get up, you can do hard things. And that carries over, that has ripple effects into every other area of your life. No one Netflixes and chills at 5 in the morning. So if you get up, you're doing something productive. You're working on yourself, progressing yourself. So if you want to change your life for 30 straight days, wake up at 5 a.m. and go work out. And I guarantee at the end of that 30 days, you're going to be a completely different human.
That is my favorite thing that you've said so far. And how have I never said that? Like I'm stealing that. I have to steal that. It's literally impossible to not level up by doing that. It's like the knock-on effect, like that would have on the rest of your day. I absolutely love that. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, it rewires your brain, man. Like look, like after a few days, if you're feeling like a loser, that's like when you're not achieving things in life, you start having this negative self-talk, this negative pattern. You're telling yourself negative stories, and you can literally change that by just doing this one hard thing for a few days. And it's not going to be easy. You're not going to want to get out of bed at 5. You probably are not going to have gotten enough sleep. You're not going to have done the thing. But if you do it for a few straight days, you're going to look at yourself in the mirror differently. And that has enormous effects for how you engage with the world and how you engage with your work and how you engage with anything else. So it has nothing to do with the workout or the waking up early. It's rewiring your brain to be a badass.
And love that. So we got wake up early, you hit the ice bath, and then what are you moving on to?
So I now go straight to my desk. I get to my desk at 5 o'clock. The reason is I am most creative in the morning. I used to do the early workout right after it, but what I found was that I'm not creative later in the day. So I like to harness the creative energy when I have it. So from about 5 to 8, I have a focused work block where I'm at my desk, locked in. Generally speaking, working on whatever it is my biggest creative project is. For the last 3 years, that's been working on the book. It could be my newsletter, it could be whatever the thing is. At 8, I come into the kitchen and my wife, my son, and I have breakfast together. I make breakfast, we hang out, we play. My son's up, he's got all sorts of energy at that point, so we hang out.
What's for breakfast?
I eat basically the exact same thing every single day. I have 4 eggs, cottage cheese, raw honey, and either some oatmeal or some rice.
Very nice. We got to get you and your son some fuel cakes.
Oh, hell yeah. I'm in, dude. What's fuel cakes? That's your the protein pancakes?
Yeah, my protein pancake company.
Dude, send me some. I love that kind of stuff.
Yes, I'll send you all the flavors. We got chocolate hazelnut, salted caramel, and of course buttermilk.
Oh, dude, I would love that because the carb source is the thing that I rotate. Because I find that I sort of just get tired of whatever the carb source is. So I'm always looking for a new like carb source for that breakfast.
Yeah, and it's still all gluten free, oat flour, no shit added in, really good macros. I just wanted to figure out how I could eat pancakes every day and get shredded.
Dude, pancakes are my favorite food in the world, by the way. My if you were gonna kill me and you had to give me my last meal, it would be my mom's blueberry pancakes. No joke. So I'm all in on this.
There we go. We get you on as an investor.
That's the seventh type of wealth. The sixth is the sixth is aliens. The seventh is protein pancakes. Uh, um, yeah. So I after that is when I do my training. So this summer I was like heavy into kind of like hybrid training, as it's become called, where I was running a marathon, training for a marathon. And then lifting. I was trying to not look like a bitch while I was running a marathon, basically, which is rather difficult. There are some guys out there that make it look kind of easy, like Nick Bear, who's a friend and who is an absolute monster. I'm not built quite like that. I get skinny or skinny fat very easily if I'm not super dialed on my nutrition and training. So I was running 70, 80 miles a week, and then I was lifting 5, 6 days a week this whole summer. Now I'm scaled back in the running because I'm not training for a race. So I'm focused much more on the training and building some size this off season. But I ran a 2:53 marathon. Felt really good. So I hit the training hard this summer. That was fun. So that's from about, let's say 9 to 11. I come home, do a lunch with my wife and son. Usually lunch is like rice and a pound of meat or something like that. I'm heavy on hitting my protein every single day. Like I don't think I've eaten under 200 grams of protein in a day in like 10 years.
We're
So
the same person, dude.
yeah, we're gonna have to hang out. We're gonna eat protein pancakes. We're gonna talk aliens, and we're gonna just train. That's it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna come visit Marbella. I'm looking forward to this.
Yeah. They actually do a direct flight, Marbella to New York, but only in the summer, June, July, August. They just started last summer.
Don't tempt me with a good time, man. I will. I'll make that happen in the summer. Seriously, I will. We could do like an event in Marbella or something like that. We could do like a small little like health and business summit or something.
Bro, I do one. I've done 3 so far since I've moved to Marbella. I do one every year, the first week of June, and it is
Oh,
my favorite.
are you doing it in 2025?
Yes, of
Oh,
course.
send me the dates, dude. I
Yeah.
would love to try to come out.
Yeah, first weekend of June, man, please. We've got like some insanely good speakers at it. I usually get, so one thing that I've always been doing, like, of course, I've always been in the fitness industry, online coach, but I've put on at least one, maybe 2 events, in-person events, bar COVID, for the last number of years of my life. And every time I do one of them, they're one of the most fulfilling things a person could do. It feels like your birthday because you're pulling all these strings. You're getting the speakers, you're choosing the venue, you're marketing and selling the tickets, you're getting asses on seats, you're getting the food, you're getting the audio and the visuals, the stage and screen. And then it's like, it's super stressful. And then you're pulling all these strings. And then on the day, it all comes together. Everyone's having a good time. And it's just the best feeling in the world. So I try to do one big, it always just revolves around fitness and business. I try to do one big event every single year. So mate, you would be the guest of honor.
I would love to do that. Seriously, send me the info because I would that'd be a blast. There's nothing I enjoy more. I mean, it relates to all this stuff that we're talking about with the book, but like in-person connection is everything to me. And there's nothing I enjoy more than building new relationships in that way.
For sure. So right, we're around the evening time, 3 p.m.
Yeah.
What do you
Yeah. So afternoon, after that lunch, I have another focus work block from about, let's say 12 to 3 or 4, depending on the day. That's dialed in on business stuff. So I've got a venture fund that I raised in 2022 that I invest out of, a $10 million fund I invest in early stage technology. And then I've got this holding company of a bunch of businesses that I own. I don't operate. I have CEOs at all of them, but I'm involved in strategy or in different areas. And so I'm spending time on those things in the afternoon or managing things related to my media business. So I've got a whole team built out around the media stuff now, but I still need to coordinate and touch base, do one-on-ones, etc. So that's in the afternoon as sort of business time. And then I really try to have my evenings carved out for family time. So from about 4 to 6, that's family time. I cook dinner for the family. We all have dinner together, playtime, bath with my son. And then my wind down routine is I do a sauna, which I mentioned, 20 minutes on about 210, 215 degrees Fahrenheit. I bring reading in there. So I print stuff out, whatever I'm excited about reading. I bring a notepad, which gets soaked with my sweat, but I just am jotting things down during that. And then after that, I come sit down, do my little note card thing that I mentioned. I do my 111 journaling, and then I go get into bed. So I'm in bed by like, I don't know, man, 7:30 on a normal night when I'm at home. And I'm not one of these no screens before bed people. My wife and I like watching show. Like that's kind of part of our like connection ritual.
Appreciate
So
the
we'll watch.
honesty.
Yeah, I like, like there's certain things where I'm like, fuck it. Like I'm gonna live my life. And so for my wife and I, it's a big part of like our connection is like we watch a show and then we talk about it. And so whatever show we're watching, we'll watch an episode and then go to bed. And I'm probably asleep by 8:15, 8:30 most nights so that I can get my 8-ish hours to wake up at 8:15.
God damn, it's still bright. Like the sun is literally still out in eight.
Bro, it gets dark in the winter here. It gets dark at like 3 p.m. But it's crazy. Like in the summer, to your point, in the summer, I'm going to bed when it's light out. Like 100% of the time, it's light outside.
Yeah, sure. We're meant to, like humans, we're meant to just rise with the sunrise and go to sleep with the sunset. Like that's what when we're kind of meant to go to sleep. So if you can go to bed when it's still bright, that's impressive. But your day today there,
Blackout shades help.
true. Your day today, that's pretty much most men's dream.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's maybe at least in theory their dream. I would guess that most people would find they got bored pretty quickly. I am just someone who believes in the power of the boredom of routine. Like I just know that um dramatic progress and transformation is on the other side of a boring routine that you don't want to do. And like, when you go look at the most successful people in the world, you think they have these like flashy, incredible, sexy lives. And the reality is, what underlies that is this like crazy, boring daily basics that they've just executed for years and years and years. And I love that. I find that I thrive on routine. When I travel, I do everything to try to like keep the non-negotiables of that routine intact. Like I'm going to be in London all next week for different things going on. And I do everything that I can. I book a hotel that's close to an equinox. I have the global equinox pass so that I can get my training in. With my diet, I'm going to make sure that I get my 200 grams of protein every single day. I'm going to make sure that I'm getting 7 hours of sleep. I'm not going to drink because I don't want to throw that off. Like, there's certain things where yes, your routine is perfect when you're at home and you can be dialed in. And then you need to figure out and understand what are the non-negotiables, like the simple version of that you can take with you anywhere you go so that you're not getting thrown off and derailed whenever the chaos does come.
Yeah.